Right, I don't know if you can hear this. There's a high-pitched whine which is coming from the satellite dish. Can you hear the whine? Okay, we're off. So this is what happens. So at the minute, the power to the caravan's on, but as you can see, the little red light is not on that box, which is at the bottom. Yeah, so the bottom down here is a red light. But it will just turn itself on, and it will also turn to Astra 2, which is the top one up there, when I plug the TV in. I'll just grab this little external lead. As you can see, I'll just plug it in there. The minute it sees that, go back to this. You can now see that the red lights come on. It's tuning to Astra 2 at the back there, which is the top one. It's now fine tuning, and then a picture will appear on there. Now hopefully I'll put this onto mute so that you can't hear any sound apart from the satellite dish. Bear in mind as well, the Avtex TVs are operating with the LG Web OS operating system, so they have a built-in decoder. And there we go, one picture, thankfully on mute, but no sound. Look, totally quiet. And that's what it should be. So what we'll do is we'll simulate a power cut, right? So we'll just turn the box off, right? The signal up there has gone, and therefore the signal on the TV is gone. Now we'll turn it back on again. Briefly, the blue light flashed. Nothing's happening in terms of the TV signal, so it hasn't resurrected itself completely. In fact, you'll notice that the power light's gone off. So what we have to do is we'll force it by turning this back on. Right, so I now want you to go to Astra 1, Astra 2. Little red lights come back on. The signal is being established. There we go. I don't know if you can hear it. We now have this horrible noise, which you can hear, this high-pitched whine sound. But I found a way to fix that. So what you do is you just cycle that box. Right, I'm just going to use the arrow down button. Switch to one of the other satellites and then switch back. Right. Satellite signal will be re-established. Up we come, and it's now completely silent. So this is the workaround. So I think we need a software update to be able to cope with power outages and to remove that high-pitched whine sound. Are you people watching? I thought you were reading your book.
I was reading my book, but I was just watching this couple go by, and they were walking a dog, and I thought the woman had a pushchair with a child in, yeah. And there was an umbrella over the top of the pushchair, but it's not a pushchair, it's a dog pusher. It's not a pushchair for a child, it's a pushchair for a dog. So then I was trying to work out, is there another dog in the pushchair, or is that a just in case thing for the dog they're walking? So it then becomes not a dog walk, but a dog push. We're going out for a dog push. And they've just gone into that caravan, so I can't see whether they had two dogs or one. Now I'm curious, and I feel almost the urge to go up and say, "You sad kids." But then I think, what if that's us one day? I'll tell you what, though.
It'd be that bad. A dog's got 4 legs. Get out and walk.
Well, Jess, I mean, the size of the pushchair we'd have to have for Jess. Do you like that one in France where you saw the border collie on that sort of like trolley thing? That's what you'd need.
But the reason for this, I was going to just ask you some basic questions now that we've had all the snagging done and the fixes that we did for all of it.
Yep.
And you know, might as well tell the viewers what we think of those.
Yep.
So shall I start?
Yes, go on then.
Okay. Freezer door then. It's finally been done. So as you know, it fell off from my hand, but it was cracked around the outside, and that's why. So it had to be replaced.
Yeah.
So they did that.
I know, but I have to say, because of that, I still feel a little bit nervous about opening that freezer and that thing of the door opening up. You can either open it either way. Sounds great.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure now whether it's so great at all. Because I'm like a little bit nervous that the mechanism actually isn't as secure. I mean, time will tell.
So they shot themselves in the foot by having a
It's like that.
good idea.
Yeah, it's almost like trying to be too clever. But in our case, I mean, you don't expect to open the freezer door in your brand new Caravan and the door comes off in your hand.
No,
and you're wearing it like a shield.
I do understand that things, you know, do happen, but that,
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Now, a bit that does happen, which I'm not all that convinced about from an inspection point of view before they shipped it out, was the window, well, the blind for the window behind you.
Yeah.
It's like, you must have spotted that on day one before they sent it out. The thing on the right didn't work and it dropped. They had to change it.
No, I don't know. I don't know whether or not they work to specific deadlines and they think, I mean, it's not something once you bought your Caravan you'd miss.
No.
Or, you know, would be one of those tiny little things that you might notice 3 months after having your van. I mean, we put the blinds up from day one, so if they don't work, you're going to know, aren't you?
I would have thought that'd be part of the pre-delivery inspection.
Anyway, yeah, well, it's done, and that seems to be okay. That's good.
Which brings me on to another point of pre-delivery inspection, because, all right, the van might have left Swift's factory without a thumbprint on the front trim, but certainly from a pre-delivery inspection point of view, before they presented it to us, somebody should have went, hang on, there's a big dent in the front there that needs replacing.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, Steve, is you're a detailed person. To be honest, until you saw it, I hadn't even noticed it. And I would probably still have not noticed it today, because it's not something I would look at, and it's not something I touch within the Caravan every time. So I think that's a you thing.
Well, what about the front locker door opening once you opened it, and the washer that was supposed to be holding the stays together fell off?
Yeah, but I think that with that mechanism, that's a design fault.
Do you know who makes those, by the way?
No.
They're called Hartle. And who owns Hartle? Dometic. Who owns the fridge? Dometic.
Well, that's a design fault. They've tried to fix it several times and they can't.
The thing that you do, or did mention quite a bit, was the fly door. Remember that?
Yes,
one?
yeah.
They didn't shut properly.
No.
So when the Caravan's fixed that and got fixed to that's fine. But yeah, it's quite vital for you, isn't it, having something that stops you getting eaten?
Yeah, well, it depends where we're going on holiday, but if we go overseas anywhere where there's even a sight of a mosquito or a whiff of one, they're going to bloody find me and eat me. Yeah. So, I mean, we are going to Paris later this year, so I suppose we could get eaten by mosquitoes there. Probably not in Belgium. But, yeah, we have the fly screener, and I don't like wasps either, so I would have them, you know, midges and things like that. If there's anything that can bite you, I'll get bitten.
And something I found recently was the fact that, well, when we went to Chew Valley, we noticed that they had a power cut and the satellite whined. So much so you couldn't even hear it was annoying when you were watching something.
Yeah.
And then I found out the fix to it was to change the satellite and then change it back again. So apparently that is the fix.
Well, no, Steve, they didn't even know there was a problem. You found a way around it, so they've adopted your fix, your hack, because they didn't know there was a problem, they didn't know that could happen, and so they said what you did is their fix that they'll give to anyone else who's got the problem.
Just makes you laugh, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's a couple of things that I've modified myself.
Yeah.
In so much that one of the shelves in the bathroom didn't have any lights on it, so we've added LED lights to that.
So, but we have just discovered there's a light that's got a yellowish hue that makes it look like suddenly you've got a line of jaundice across your tummy.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay, because you said to me, have I got yellow across my tummy? And I thought, what? Yeah, and then you realise it's the light, and where it ends was one of me, it looked like I had yellow across here or something, wasn't it? Because I'm shorter than you.
Just a failing
Yeah.
within Swift's LED lights. In the
Yeah,
bathroom.
something makes you got a yellowish tinge in a very sort of line. But anyway,
And
it's a
whilst,
small
whilst
thing.
we're in there, actually, one of the other things that Swift Caravans did do, but I don't know whether it's supposed to have been done or not, but sealant around the toilet from the outside.
Yeah.
Because there was a smell of stale weed.
Oh
And
gosh.
that's now gone. So
Yeah, it
that's
has
what
gone.
that was.
And that's good because I always sleep closest to the loo, so you know, it's me that had to live with it for until we worked out what it was.
And then the table.
Yeah, thank goodness we
Well,
a
that's
bloody
something
table.
we've had to do. It's just, I mean, why does Swift think they can get away with something that much in the caravan? You don't need to.
No. So we've now got our lightweight table, but you know, that's another 130 quid we spent on something that we shouldn't have had to. And we've put the heavy table away for storage so that when we do get rid of this, they can have the original table back.
And then, out of the blue last week, had a letter from Swift
Oh yeah.
saying, hey, by the way, your shower cubicle might not be sealed properly. Please check here. I will post a picture of this. But yes, our bathroom doesn't have that strip of sealant, so it has to go in again
Knew it.
to have that done.
I have to say though, it's good they're doing that because this is a much better shower than our previous shower, and we had lots of trouble with our previous shower in our previous caravan with leaks, didn't we? We had to go in a few times that had to be done, so at least that's one area where it seems to be better.
But that's it. Overall,
Hopefully we've got more or less to the end of the snags, unless there's some other problem you find and way around it in hack that they then adopt as their hack.
yeah.
Meanwhile, here we are in fairly drizzly Wrexham.
Yeah, it's been alright for the last few days.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't mind having this a rest. I can read my book for several hours. Anyway, I think it's time to say those little words, Steve.
Yeah, go on then.
Please like
Subscribe.
and hit the little bell.